Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to create Mailchimp subscriber from Typeform submission. So here I've created a form using Typeform, and in this case I want whenever a new form submission is made, automatically using that detail a new subscriber should be created in my Mailchimp account. So to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect, in which we need to connect a trigger and an action. So in this process, our trigger application will be Typeform and action application will be Mailchimp. So to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create a Mailchimp subscriber from Typeform submission. So here I've created a form using Typeform, and in this case I want whenever a new form submission is made in my Typeform, automatically using that detail, a new Mailchimp subscriber should be created in my Mailchimp account. So to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. This is the homepage of Pabbly Connect. You can visit this page by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. After signing in, you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here you can see a create workflow button on the top right corner. Here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this button. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, we have to give a name to our workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as create Mailchimp subscriber from Typeform submission. And now I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select your folder as per your need. Also you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button. And now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow with the name Create Mailchimp Subscriber from Typeform Submission. And here you can see two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards our trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Typeform and my trigger event as new entry. And now to connect my Typeform with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Typeform account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Typeform. So here I'm going to give access to Pabbly Connect by simply clicking on this accept button, as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So now after building a successful connection, moving forward, and now here it is asking me to select the form. So here in my Typeform account, I have already shown you that I have created a form with the name registration form. So in this case, I'm going to use this form. So moving back to Pabbly window, and here I'm going to select my form as registration form. And now after selecting the form, here I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see as it is waiting for response. So here to receive a response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to generate a test response in our registration form. So for that, let me take you to my Typeform. So this is my form, and here I'm going to enter a dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as dummy, last name as lead, email as dummy234@pabblytudes.com. And now I'm going to enter a random phone number. So for the country, I'm going to search for my country, that is India. And then I'm going to enter a dummy phone number. And now after entering all the details, I'm going to click on the submit. And here you can see we have successfully submitted a response. So now let's go and check our Pabbly window. And here you can see we have successfully received the response where we have received the first name, last name, email, phone number and other details. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger. Now let's move to action step. And here I'm going to select my action application as Mailchimp and my action event as add new member with custom fields. And now to connect my Mailchimp with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Again, to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Mailchimp account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, it is asking for token and data center. So here, following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my Mailchimp account. From here, I'm going to click on my profile icon, and from here, I'm going to select profile. Now under profile section, I'm going to select extras, and under extras, I'm going to select API keys. And you can see here I've generated so many API keys. So for this case, I'm going to generate a new API key by simply clicking on this create a key button. Here I'm going to give a name to my API key, that is Typeform submission. And now I'm going to click on this generate key button. And here you can see I have received the API key. So here I'm going to click on this copy to clipboard. Moving back to Pabbly Connect. And here I'm going to enter the token. Now after entering the token, here it is asking for data center. And here in instruction it says enter the data center example US19, which appears as the subdomain in your Mailchimp account URL example https us19.api.mailchimp.com. So for the data center, let me take you back to my Mailchimp account. And here you can see in the URL, my data center is US6. So moving back to Pabbly window. And here I'm going to enter my data center as US6. Now after entering all the details, I'm going to click on the save. And here you can see we are successfully connected. So now moving forward. And now here it is asking me to choose the audience list. So here I'm going to select my audience list, which is named as Pabbly Connect. Moving forward. And now here it is asking me to enter the email address. So here instead of entering the data manually, here I will map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I will map the data from the response I have received in my Typeform. Mapping makes a text dynamic so that whenever a new form submission is made in my Typeform, automatically this previously existing details will be updated with the new one. So here I'm going to map the email address. Moving forward, the tags fields is not required, so here I'm going to leave it blank. But if you want to add any tags, then you can do it as per your need. Moving forward, here for the status of the subscriber, I'm going to select the status as subscribed. Moving forward, again this interest is not a required field, so here I'm going to leave it blank. Moving forward, here I'm going to map the first name. Here I'm going to map the last name. And lastly, here I'm going to map the mobile number. So here I'm done entering all the details, and now I'm going to click on the save and send test request. So here you can see we have received a successful response. So now let's go and check our Mailchimp account. And here you can see under audience, I have created a new subscriber with the email address as dummy234@pabblytudes.com. First name as dummy, last name as lead, and a random phone number. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. Now let's test our automation to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we need to submit another new response in our Typeform. So for that, let me take you back to my form. And here I'm going to enter another dummy data and do a test submission. So for the first name, here I'm going to enter the name as test, last name as lead, email as test789@pabblytudes.com. And now here I'm going to enter a phone number. For that, I'm going to select the country as India and a random phone number. And now I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see we have successfully submitted a response. So now let's go and check our Mailchimp account. Here I'm going to refresh this window. And here you can see we have successfully created a new subscriber with the email address as test789@pabblytudes.com. First name as test, last name as lead, and a random phone number. So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken a trigger as Typeform and an action as Mailchimp, so that whenever a new form entry is made in our Typeform, automatically using that detail, a new subscriber should be created in our Mailchimp account. If you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can contact us on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can contact us on www.pabbly.com. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.